Now that we've designed the first parts of our page, it's time to save their styles using the styling module. This will help us keep things consistent and save time as we continue the build in the following courses.
Do we really need a style module? Can't we just copy and paste?
Technically it could, but using the styling module is much more convenient.
Why is that?
Two reasons: consistency and speed. Once you've defined your style collection, you can apply it across the entire project or even multiple projects. And if I need to change something later on, I simply update the style collection and all of the elements, both their desktop and mobile versions, can instantly reflect these changes.
Alright, you got me. Show us how it works.
Cool. So, in this course, we're going to set up our style collection. We'll connect the already existing elements to that style and then apply the style to some new elements and make overrides. We'll update this style and sync it with the elements on our page, and we'll also cover the difference between a project and a global style. To create a new style collection, first open the editor and head on over to the options menu in the top left. Go to Style Collections and then click on Manage Styles. Here you can manage your existing style collections, or you can create an entirely new style for this project. Let's do that. I'll add in a big heading and I'll name it XXL heading. Let's select the font and give it a size of 300 pixels. Set the letter spacing to -6 and I'll set the color to black. Let's click the plus icon at the top to create a new color variant for my style collection. Let's name this white and make my heading white for this variant. Name the base variant black for clarification. Note that I can only change the color in my other variants, but I can change practically anything in the base or my black view.
Ah, hence the name color variant.
Sharp.
Why am I seeing each element twice?
Was about to mention that. Because we've got two different devices for which we can optimize our pages: desktop and mobile. The one on the left is for my desktop version and the one on the right is my mobile version. Let's select the mobile version and change the font size to 115 and click either of the save options to confirm our changes. Perfect! So now we set up a style collection for our project with a single heading. But we've got more elements already created though, and they don't have to go to waste. With my style selected, I'll head on over to the right hand side and click the three dots next to No Style Set. Hit Add Style and notice how my current element gets added to the style collection. And with the magical power of post-production, I've managed to add my headings, text and even the button to the style collection. I've also set up green, yellow and blue color variants to have more options to choose from. Now, let's keep the build going. I'll go with a green background for this part. Add a new heading and head on over to the right side to view all my style variants for headings. I'll apply the large yellow color variant. I'll also add a text and give it the white intro style. Let's also add an image while we're at it. And notice how I didn't have to manually set the font, the weight, size, and even the letter spacing, all thanks to my style collection. I'll set the alignment to right for my heading text. Notice how a blue dot appears next to the alignment settings, implying that I've added a setting that hasn't been defined in my style collection. The same blue dot appears when I set the heading style, so H2 in this case, and I can reset my additional settings back to the style default by clicking this blue dot. However, when I start making changes to the variables that I did define in my style collection, like changing the font size, a pink dot appears. This tells me that I've made manual overrides to my style. Again, I can click the pink dot to revert my changes.
Okay, so what if I have to make changes to my style collection?
That's exactly where these pink and blue dots come in too. So, I've got my heading here, with both an added setting, the blue dot, and an override, the pink dot. Let's manage the style collection and make some changes to my heading. If I just hit Save Changes, only the style is updated, but the elements on my page remain the same. If I hit Save and Sync Page, the changes I just made to my style will be applied to the elements on my current page. All of the blue and pink dots have now disappeared. as my elements are now in sync again with the style collection. I can also update only the pink or the blue dots for specific elements. If I head on over to the options menu in the top left, I can also see an option called Sync Elements in Page. This is especially useful for when you have this same style applied to other pages or even projects, as you can use it to update the elements on those pages as well. We can now see an overview of our style collection and the changes that have been made to it on this current page. I can now select a color variant and click Sync Elements in Page, and it's now asking me to sync either the blue or the pink dots. So I might not need to update my additions, like text alignments or heading tags, but I do want to update my pink dots, as these have been specifically defined in my style collection. Check the option with the pink dot and hit Update Page to apply my style to the affected elements on my page. Okay, so there's one more thing we need to touch on.
What?
Global styles. Because by default, your style collection is only applied to the project you're currently working on. So if I were to create a new project and want to use this style again, I have to manually recreate the entire style collection. Except I don't, because I can just convert this style into a global one. See, when I head on over to manage my style collections, I can see a little gear icon which, when clicked, allows me to give my style a name. Simply naming this global style won't work though, because I need to check the box that says Convert Collection to Global Style. Be advised that when converting this project style into a global one, it's not possible to revert this change. I can now see the style under my linked global styles, as it remains linked to my current project. But I can now also use this style across any other project I create. And that's it. We learned what style collections are and how we can set them up. We added our existing elements to the style collection and applied the style to some new elements on our page. We also saw the blue dots, which represent additions, and pink dots, which represent overrides. We also saw how we could update the style and sync our elements with it. And we learned about global styles, which allow us to use the style across all of our projects. Up next, we're going to explore layers and groups and add more depth to our page.